Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So this is going to be the very first time I've tried to do a video standing up, and I don't really like it. I wanted to be able to showcase this whole thing behind me. And in order to get my head in enough where I'm talking and I don't look like this, I had to put it this far away. So I think what I'm going to do after this intro is just pull the camera in closer so you can see the games a little better. Basically, all I'm going to do, as you can tell from the title, I'm just going to go over my PlayStation 2 collection as of the end of 2022. I wanted to make this as my big final video for the year, just to kind of celebrate, the end of the year. I didn't have time to do it. YouTube for me always gets put on the back burner just because it's, a hobby, not a job for me. So I'm going to try to work really hard to do better about that this year. Anyways, just to start off, just to tell you guys a little bit about the shelf. It's very big. I'm 6'4", and as you can tell, back up to it, it's about 6 feet tall. Maybe it's just a shy, less than that, but very tall. It does have the adjustable shelves, and it's from Amazon. I will try to remember to put the name at the bottom here, but it's Atlantic something. So they're very reasonably priced for the quality of the cabinet. It was like $115. Super good price for how many actual games it can hold on it. And I like it a lot because the games sit flush. They're accessible. They're not recessed, so it's not dark at all. I like that a lot. So I'll pull it in close. I'll just start going through the games. I'm not going to go through every single game in this collection. My grand total of PlayStation 2 games right now is 373. And a lot of it is not what I'm going to call filler, but just games that are part of the overall PS2 working towards a complete collection, but aren't necessarily very interesting or thrilling. Games that I'm not even really, I'll be honest, won't ever play, but, we're talking sports titles, Maddens, whatnot. So not super exciting. I'm going to kind of just go through those quick. There's no reason to spend a lot of time on that. I just kind of want to highlight some of the more interesting games or ones I have like a quick story about. And yeah, just hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you guys when we get closer. So first off, before we get to that main shelf, we already moved over here. I know there's probably going to be a couple eagle-eyed viewers that were watching that intro and were like, there's not 373 games on that shelf. And you would be correct. I have all of my PlayStation 2 games over there except for one very small collection. This is my Shin Megami Tensei cabinet / Persona, if you want to consider those different things. And over here, I do have all of my PlayStation 2 games. I do have every Shin Megami Tensei game that has come out for PlayStation 2. That would be PS4. Persona 4, this is my newest pickup. Persona 3 Fez, this is the only one I've played through and beaten. I do have the original Persona 3, which this cover, come on, that's so much better than the Fez. I have Nocturne, it's sealed. I have this on the Switch, and obviously that's going to be the way I'm going to play the game when I play it. I've got both of the digital Devil Saga games. These are actually still relatively cheap and a very good storyline in these. So if you're looking for cheap quality RPGs for PS2, there you go. And then the last ones are both the Raito Kuzunoa, the Devil Summoner games. These ones are actually a little bit on the shorter side, and there's a possibility I'm going to find time to play those two this year. That's kind of a goal of mine. So yeah, here are all the PlayStation 2 SMT Persona games. I'm very happy I've got all of them. So we're gonna go back over to the collection now. All right, guys. So I decided to take myself out of the picture. I know I'm so attractive; it hurts to not have me on camera, but it just wasn't working out filming that way, and I want to be able to show you the actual games, since that's the highlight, not me. Anyways, this is the shelf from top to bottom. So I do have a lot of gaps on the shelves. And that is deliberate, but it's not because I want to, make it look more full. It's just every month when I pick games up, like if I had them packed all in, and when I got a game with A, I literally had to shift the whole collection down. So it's just easier to have them kind of spread out for the time being. I don't like the way it looks like that, but it just works out so much easier every month putting games away. So I'm just going to start at the beginning and go through. I do have some of them kind of pulled out a little bit that I want to make sure I mention. That's why they're like that. Normally they're all just flush. So a couple of the James Bond, I think this is probably not supposed to be filed this way, but I'm just putting all the James Bond together. So I'm considering it 007 GoldenEye, whatever. Anyways, I got all the Dot Hack games For the PS2, including this monstrosity, that's like a ridiculous amount of money. And I actually like that it has like these old-fashioned, God, the stickers on it, like the EB games. That's pretty awesome. I like that it's on there. So I kept it in that instead of putting it in like a clean one. Here's the Nyx row. Ace Combat was always good. Just, you know, a lot of like decent games here. Cookies and Cream, I heard is good. Someday I will actually make time to play that one, I promise. Here's the rest of the Bees. Beatdown, Beyond Good and Evil. Those are, you know, probably noticeable games for people that are familiar. Bully, stuff like that. Then down to the Nyx row. I actually just picked up another one of these Cabela games for like $3. So I have 4 of them. There are 6 total for the PS2, so I'm still missing 2. And obviously this one is a greatest hit, so at some point I want to replace that. I want to have all original prints, none of these the greatest hits. But for a collection of 373, I think I only have like around 15, so that's not bad. I mean, that's a decent number to replace, and they're not like any games that are super expensive, so I should be able to replace them over time. So Chaos Wars, I just got sent this for Secret Santa from another YouTuber. It was awesome. Thank you very much again. Coral Q is a great game. I learned there's a sequel to this, and I didn't know that, so I kind of want to look for that one now too. So Dark Cloud 2. This is one, when I went to college, that I found at Walmart for a clearance. It was like less than $5. I didn't know anything about it, but I was a broke college kid, so $5 was about how much I could afford for a video game. And man, spent so much time playing that game. I loved it. What's really cool about this is at the end of every stage, once you clear it, there's one of 2 options, depending on which level. There's either like this mini golf game or like a fishing game. And my roommates got obsessed with doing the fishing game. So they would make me beat levels so they could try to catch the biggest fish. That's a super good game. I got a lot of the Devil May Cry or Devil May Pie games over here. You know, just a lot of the Dragon Balls. I only have the first Budokai Tenkaichi, or however you say that. So I got to look for the other 2 of those to complete that set. Here we get into some of the filler, just like a lot of sports titles. Obviously minus Final Fantasy mixed in there. We're going to come down. Oh, I'm old. I just moved to my knees, so sorry about that. Oh, look, I got something out of place because I've got 2 Final Fantasy games here. So I got to fix that other game. So obviously here's like the, you know, OG God of War's greatest hits. That hurts. I got to fix that one. Get it the first run print. Golden Compass. I just finished a show that's on what is that, on Amazon? That was pretty cool. The ending was a little anticlimactic, but still much better than the movie that came out years ago. Harry Potter's, you know, all that standard stuff. Any questions about any of these games, feel free to ask. A lot of them I've just been picking up, so either I played like a long time ago, or I have never, a lot of these I've never played. Hot Shots 4 is, oh, let's see, before I say it, yeah, I'll say it, this is my favorite golf game of all time. I love games where you actually have to like progress through the game and like get better and beat challengers to unlock new golfers, new outfits and stuff like that, instead of just buying them. It's so much more satisfying as a gamer. So this game does that great. Got a bunch of the Jack games. Once again, the first one is like the greatest hits, so yeah, I gotta upgrade that one. All right, calming down. Got the both Kessens. Lord of the Rings, these are ones that were always more fun for me to watch someone play than actually play myself. Got the Kingdom Hearts. Pretty decent copies of those, they're pretty clean. We'll skip over all Madden. I don't think anybody cares about old Madden games. Maximo, I've heard good things about. I've never played this one. There's another one too that I don't have yet. But those look like they're good games. A lot of more filler here. I mean, Metal Gear's good, but, you know, some of these games are just, you know, more MLB games. Coming down. So I got cool ones here, like, where am I? Oh, I'm too low. Here we go. My Mystic Heroes is cool. Nano Breaker. Cool games. I've never played Naruto. I've never watched the show. My son likes it a lot. He wasn't impressed when I picked that game up, however. What are you gonna do? A lot of, like, NCAA games here. These are just so cheap, and these are what I find at my Goodwills and stuff, so I pick a lot of them up. If you ever watch my collection videos, I'm sure you've seen them. Probably don't remember that I picked them up. But I do get a lot of those games. Here's one of my favorite cover arts of all time. I just think that looks amazing. I love the way that game cover looks on this game. Unfortunately, it's a blue disc. I won't take it out. You're just going to have to take my word for it. But because it's a blue disc, I've only gotten it to play on my PlayStation 2 one time. So it's so hard, it's so finicky, and I just get frustrated and I quit. What else? You know, pretty standard stuff here. Pinball games that I've never played. I just don't understand why people would want to play pinball on a PS2 instead of real pinball. I guess if you don't have a pinball machine, but I would just wait. Here's another great title, good cover, Red Ninja. I know there's a lot of complaints with that, with how it handles, but you know what? It's PlayStation 2. You kind of just get over that. So, Rogue Galaxy, here's one that's a great game, and also still very budget-friendly. So, if you are looking for, like, a good RPG, old school one that is actually still fairly priced and not, you know, gone crazy, look up Rogue Galaxy. Here's the opposite, Samurai Western, one that's just gotten stupid expensive. I think I got a good price on this. I don't even know how much it goes for, but I think I paid like $80. So I was happy because it's an Atlas title, and I'm always trying to pick those up. But man, some of these games are just ridiculous. And as you can tell from my collection, I don't have a lot of games that are, you know, in the hundreds of dollars for PS2. I just have fun collecting, and I just think it's silly to pay that much for a game that some of them I will never even get a chance to play. So I do have the original Shadow Hearts. Once again, I got good deals on this, and from the New World. There's one more Shadow Hearts game that I don't have, and that one I think is still reasonably priced too. So someday I hope to pick that up. There's just a couple more. This one you can't really tell. It's just called Shadow of Destiny. But it still feeds a great game, and I love that cover on that one too. It's like I love when they just don't do cool stuff like that normally anymore. Unless it's like a indie special edition or something. Some of the Prince of Persia games. Where am I at? Right here. Oh, that's the same row. Sorry guys. Here we go. I'm getting real low here, and I'm old and I've got a bad back. So got all the Sly games. I'm glad that I finally have all those. You know, a lot of the stuff we'll skip. I know a lot of people like SOCON games. I never really got into them. I played a bunch of them back in the day. They're just okay. They just weren't memorable to me. Bunch of the SSX games. A bunch of the Star Wars. Tons of the Star Wars games. Still find these cheap. Probably because they're just okay. Anything over here I wanted to talk about? No, not especially. This is a cool game just because of the art style, but I think was this remastered on like the 360 or something? I don't know which one's better, but very cool way they did the game. And here's the very last row at the bottom. So I got the time splitters. I still want to get the light gun because I have a CRT TV. So I want to get those, and I also want to get oh god, now I'm gonna forget the name of the other games. Anyways, I love the shooting game, so I want to pick that stuff up eventually. A bunch of the Tony Hawk games. Yeah, nothing like crazy special here. A lot of just stuff I was able to find searching through, going to games or Goodwill and stuff like that over and over. Here's one. I still don't know much about this. I haven't plugged it in. It's Reckless, the Yakuza mission. So I don't know if this is in any way connected to the Yakuza games, but I actually just started Yakuza 0. So if it does, that might have to get put on the list at some point. The list that's ever growing and never shrinking. So we'll see. Then I got both Zone of the Ender games. So that's really it, guys. That's the whole collection there. It is, doesn't look like much, but man, this has taken me a long time to collect even this much. So yeah, I'm at 373 at the, well, technically it's January 2nd, but at the end of 2022. 373 games. Hopefully it grows from there, and I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for checking out the video. I'll see you guys next time.